The day before the shootings, Whitman bought a pair of binoculars and a knife from a hardware store. He bought some Spam from 7-Eleven. He picked up his wife for her summer job as a telephone operator before he met his mother for lunch at the Wyatt cafeteria, which was close to the UT Austin campus. About 4 p.m. that very same day, Whitman and his wife visited their close friends John and Fran Morgan. They left the Morgan's apartment at 5:50 p.m., so Kathy could get to her 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock shift.
A little irresponsible, Kathy.
Right.
I mean, would you walk in right at 6? Dude?
Yep.
Come on.
Most likely.
6:45, Whitman began typing his suicide note, a portion of which read, he says, "I do not quite understand what it is that compels me to type this letter. Perhaps it is to leave some vague reason for the actions I have recently performed. I do not really understand myself these days. I am supposed to be an average, reasonable, and intelligent young man. However, lately, and I cannot recall when it started, I have been a victim of many unusual and irrational thoughts. These thoughts constantly recur, and it requires a tremendous mental effort to concentrate on useful and progressive tasks."
Jeez, this dude's like something grabbed hold of him and was like,
Yep. Kill them all.
Jeez. In his note, Whitman went on to request an autopsy be performed on his remains after he was dead to determine if there had been a discernible biological contributory cause for his actions and for his continuing and increasingly intense headaches. He got something pinching in something in the brain. He got a tumor. He also wrote that he had decided to kill both his mother and wife. Damn. What a piece of shit.
I know, dude.
Expressing uncertainty about his reasons, he nonetheless stated he did not believe his mother had ever enjoyed life as she is entitled to.
So I guess I'll just take it from her.
And that his wife had been as fine a wife to me as any man could ever hope to have.
He's like, but I'll be damned if she be with somebody else.
Right. Whitman further explained that he wanted to relieve both of his wife and mother of the suffering of this world and to save them from the embarrassment of his actions.
How about it's not up to you, bud?
Right. He did not mention planning the attack at the university, though.
Just after midnight, August 1st, Whitman drove to his mother's apartment at 1212 Guadalupe Street. After killing his mother, he placed her body on her bed and covered it with sheets. Jeez. How he murdered his mother is disputed, but officials believe he rendered her unconscious before stabbing her in the heart.
Jeez.
He left a handwritten note beside her body, which read in part, "To whom it may concern, I have just taken my mother's life. I'm very upset over having done it. However, I feel that if there is a heaven, she is definitely there now. I am truly sorry. Let there be no doubt in your mind that I love this woman with all my heart." You know, you can't just throw that out there after stabbing her in her heart.
Kidding.
Whitman then returned to his home at 906 Jewel Street, where he killed his wife by stabbing her 5 times in the chest as she slept.
What the
He covered her body with sheets, then resumed the typewritten note he had begun the previous evening.
What the
Why'd you have to stab her 5 times, dude?
Jeez, man. This guy is just freaking just out of nowhere. Wow. Using a ballpoint pen, he wrote at the side of the page, "Friends interrupted," whatever that means. August 1st, 1966, Monday, 3 a.m. Both dead in capital letters. Whitman continued the note, finishing it by pen. "I imagine it appears that I brutally killed both of my loved ones.
Yeah.
I was only trying to do a quick, thorough job.
By stabbing my wife 5 times in the chest.
If my life insurance policy is valid, please pay off my debts.
I don't think it would be.
Donate the rest anonymously to a mental health foundation." Why would he care about his debts? He's dead. He has no other family.
Maybe they'd be left on his dad or something.
Possible. Maybe research can prevent further tragedies of this type. Give our dog... He's doing all this. Why does he have to... He could have just went down and turned himself in or something. Be like, hey, I'm about to do some...
Right.
I'm about to do some messed up shit.
Sounds to me like he's preparing to kill himself. Who the hell is this guy making demands? Give my dog to my in-laws and do this and do that, bitch.
He says, give our dog to my in-laws. Tell them Kathy loves Shoshi. Shoshi? Very, very much. If you can find in yourselves to grant my last wish, cremate me after the autopsy.
How about we just throw you in the fire?
Right. Jeez. Whitman also left instructions in the rented house requesting that 2 rolls of camera film be developed and wrote personal notes to each of his brothers.
She's like, hey, can you guys go develop my film, man? I've been meaning to get to
also,
it.
There's still a load of dishes in the dishwasher.
Make my bed too, please.
Yeah, jeez. He last wrote on an envelope labeled "Thoughts for the Day," in which he stored a collection of written admonitions. He added on the outside of the envelope, 8/1/66. I never could quite make it. These thoughts are too much for me.
5:45 a.m., August 1st, 1966, Whitman phoned his wife's supervisor at Bell System to explain that Kathy was ill and unable to work that day. He made a similar phone call to his mother's workplace 5 hours later. Whitman's final journal entries were written in the past tense, suggesting that he already killed his wife and mother. At approximately 11:25 a.m., he reached the University of Texas at Austin, where he showed false research assistant identification to obtain a parking permit.
Jeez.
Whitman wheeled his equipment toward the main building of the university. Entered the main building. Whitman found the elevator did not work. An employee named Vera Palmer activated it for him, which Whitman thanked her by stating, "Thank you, ma'am," before repeatedly saying, "You don't know how happy that makes me."
Oh, my goodness.
Jeez.
Jeez. Thanks for helping me murder.
Yeah.
Jeez. Exiting the elevator on the 27th floor, he hauled the dolly and equipment up to a flight of stairs to a hallway, from which another flight led to the rooms skirted by the observation deck. There, he encountered receptionist Edna Townsley. Whitman knocked Townsley to the floor, split the back of her skull with his rifle butt,
Jeez.
then struck her above the left eye before dragging her behind a couch. As Cheryl Botts and Don Walden entered the reception area from the observation deck, Walden noticed Whitman's guns and assumed that he was going to the observation deck to shoot pigeons. Whitman said, smiling, "How are you?" as they went down to the elevator.